Welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thanks for watching our program here. We really appreciate what Cable 12 does for all the community and helping Steve and I do the show. And please check out our company website you see on the screen, which is mountaintolake.com.
We'd love to visit with you if you're interested in buying or selling property. We have an office there in Uptown Rocky Mount at 195 South Main Street. I'd love for you to stop by. We have someone there at the office Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. Throughout that time, they're dedicated there to visit with you and help you with any needs that you might have. And if those hours don't work, then by all means, we'd be glad to come out and visit with you when it's convenient for you, where it's convenient for you, however we need to do that. If you're interested in buying or selling property, Mountain to Lake Realty, we'd love to help you in whatever way we can.
Sure.
Bob, what's going on with the market? Anything new and exciting?
Well, I think with interest rates almost doubling, maybe not in all situations, but in some buyers maybe have a little more time maybe to look at something. I still think as a buyer you should have a sense of urgency to look as soon as you can, have a strong pre-approval letter. I don't think that's changed in any way. I showed a home over the weekend. I think there's 3 offers on it, so that was only listed a day or two. So some homes, again, are selling that quickly, not all. So I think as a buyer, you need to do what we've been preaching for a long time, which is have a strong bank letter and let us show you anything and everything that might be an option as soon as it's available. Better look at it and be aware of it. If you don't like it, at least you saw it. It's educational about the next one. But I don't think things have changed dramatically other than maybe some properties will stay on the market a little bit longer.
So it's fair to say inventory is growing a little bit. Is that fair to say?
Well, I don't have the statistics that Betty has.
Right, sure.
Just my opinion is that, you know, if the days on the market is getting a little longer, that increases your inventory. I don't know that we're having a ton of new listings, a higher number of new listings, but instead of them being on the market for 3 days, for example, let's pretend they're out there for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
So it's still, in my opinion, a low inventory. As we said before, I personally, or our company doesn't handle rentals. But I believe there's it's tough to find a place to rent. I think it's very high to do that.
Sure.
So that's kind of the flip side to, not buying a home.
Okay. But it's still a similar, when we talk about seller's market, I would still say, I would give the opinion that it's still a seller's market.
I agree with that.
There's a lower, while inventory may be creeping up, days on market might be creeping up, it's still not a lot of homes out there to take a look at. So that part's really not necessarily changed. Interest rates, obviously, if you mentioned there, Bob, that is going up from that standpoint. But we still see a fair amount of buyer demand, though, right? You would agree with that, Bob, that buyers, we still got a fair amount of buyers out there interested in.
Yeah, without question. Again, I mean, unless you live at home and you're going to rent, you're going to pay. I mean, you could pay $18,000 a year in rent.
Yeah, certainly.
For years, you spend a lot of money. So yeah, there's tremendous demand. Still a lot of competition for a buyer. So you can't let your guard down. You still need a strong bank letter. I think you need to find a good agent and stick with them. We're very much aware that there's a low inventory. We're trying to sell houses for a living, and there's not that many to sell, so we're very aware of it.
Yeah.
So I still think nothing has changed in terms of what your strategy is. I think is to find a good agent, find a good lender, be prepared, look as soon as you can, as soon as something hits the market. Again, if it doesn't, something you don't want to pursue, at least it's educational about what's out there.
Right.
And it makes it a little easier to make an offer once you've looked at several homes. You have a little background of what's out there, and you're more comfortable about moving forward once you've seen, let's say, 6 or 7 houses maybe that you didn't want, but at least you saw what they were selling for and you're aware of what the market's bringing.
Well, and let's, we'll take a wait before we go into jumping into houses there, Bob. Let's take a moment and this week is first week of school. Kids, teachers headed back to school, big time. Bob, do you have a special story you want to share with us about your first week of school at any point in time in your life?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. I was hoping.
I could bring in a report card.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you one. When I went to kindergarten, that was not public school. So we went to Dot Mullins off of Diamond Avenue, and three of us rode a cab to the
In Rocky Mount, you rode a cab?
three of us. Our mothers didn't drive. And one of my earliest memories is the cab driver coming in the home, talking to my mom and my dad saying, you know why your mother's talking to a cab driver, don't you? So maybe our behavior wasn't too good in that cab.
Oh, goodness. Well,
How about you, Steve? You have a wonderful memory of Callaway School?
nothing we're going to share, but I do want to give a shout out to those bus drivers that are out there. You know, we talk about the teachers, we talk about the kids. I mean, there's obviously a lot of things that go into getting schools back in session. Those bus drivers, we're going to give a shout out to you and a big prayer for you guys as we move forward. We hope that this upcoming school year is a blessing to all. So, with that being said, Bob, let's jump into some houses.
Sounds good to me.
All right, here we are, Miriam Hill Road. This is a brand new listing. Pretty excited. It's 5 acres. If you're not familiar with where Miriam Hill is, it's not far out of town. If you were to head out of Rocky Mount, South Main Street, turn right on Miriam Hill, and this property is on your left, about a half a mile out there on Miriam Hill. So you're just right outside of town. So a lot of the nice things that you think about being that close proximity to town, but yet not in the town limits. So this is 5 acres here, a really unique property, and we're going to jump right in and give you a chance to take a look at it here inside. You see those gleaming hardwood floors. You got to appreciate that in any home. This is the foyer here as you come in to the inside. We've got 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a little over 4,100 square feet here with this home. Here is the family room. A shot of that fireplace there in the family room. That's always a nice feature. And man, look at those hardwood floors, Bob. You just gotta love that. Here is the dining area here on this property. Nice kitchen. You can see here what you've got as far as prep space, storage area. Miss Betty always appreciates that here in a nice kitchen like that. A little breakfast area, breakfast nook here off the side of the home. It's always a nice feature. We do have the master bedroom and master bath on the entry level here this home, so you really got to appreciate that. This is a shot of the master bedroom. Here's a shot of the master bath. We're going to go upstairs. You guys saw when we walked in on the foyer through the front door. You go up the steps here to this nice landing upstairs here. Again, see those hardwood floors. Appreciate that. I mentioned it's 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. Here's a shot of one of the bedrooms upstairs, a bathroom upstairs, another bedroom upstairs. As we step down, here we are to the lower level, to a walkout basement. This is the lower level family room. Really a nice feature there. Lower level bedroom. There's a lower level bath. 2-door garage here on this property. So you always got to appreciate that. We'll step inside. Plenty of room here to store your cars, toys, bikes, whatever you need. I did mention it's 5 acres. Here's a nice shot of the back side of the home. Get a little bit and see that deck and covered patio there as well. I like that. It does have a storage building here on the property as well. 20 by 24 barn and garage, as well as 16 by 24 pole shed that you see there. It does have a nice, the property does adjoin a creek here. So if you're interested in maybe, I don't know, maybe a little sunbathing, get a chance to step in the creek and cool off. And here's another shot of the property. This is on Miriam Hill Road. It is in Rocky Mount. I'd love to show it to you. It's a brand new listing. Give us a call and we'll give you a tour. We're going to stay in Rocky Mount. This one's actually in the town of Rocky Mount. This is on North Main Street. Another new listing. 2 bedrooms and 1 full bath. A little over 800 square feet on the entry level. It does have a full walkout basement underneath. It's unfinished. We'll step inside here. You get a chance to see the living room area, family room, kitchen area. This is one of the bedrooms. This would be the bathroom. This would be bedroom number 2. Step down on the lower level. It is unfinished there. Plenty of room for you to expand if you would like. Another shot of the lower level there. One of the unique features of this home, it's 1.13 acres in town. You've got a huge back deck as well as a really, really nice backyard. You gotta appreciate that. I was talking with the owners here. There was a game of baseball played in this backyard here with those neighbors. I don't know that it ever involved a cab driver, Bob, but it might have. I didn't get into that detail.
Probably a big crowd. Probably had to just get dropped off there.
But it is a really large backyard, plenty of room for you to get out and stretch your legs, garden. You know, if you're a garden enthusiast, certainly be a great spot to do that as well. There are a couple of storage buildings on the property. This is North Main Street in Rocky Mount, right near the YMCA. You're on that end of town. It won't be no time. You could be right on 220 headed to Roanoke if you're commuting back and forth. Just a great location here in North Main Street in Rocky Mount.
We'll stay in Rocky Mount and go off South Main Street to this home on Mountain Avenue. Hopefully the picture will show you the extensive landscaping and retaining walls professionally done. This nice brick paver drive leading into the carport. It's a very well maintained brick home with 1,300 square feet on the entry. Plenty of room if you wish to expand. The lower level has a basement also underneath this carport, so while the entry level has 1,300 square feet, there's 1,530 square feet in the basement level that's unfinished. You come in that nice wood solid front door, you have a good sized living room. Some very nice homes on Mountain Avenue, in my opinion, a real good location. Coming off the carport, you step into a good sized kitchen with a dining area, double sink, plenty of cabinet space. As you come in that door off the carport, to your right is a half bath, which leads also to a good sized bedroom. This is one of 3 bedrooms, of course, all on the entry level. And this is the largest of the 3 bedrooms. To the right there is that half bath. On the other side again leads to the kitchen, so you could come in off the carport, really take a right to the half bath. And here's the half bath. This is a 3 bedroom, 1 full bath, 1 half bath home. Of course, it's on public water and sewer, being in the town of Rocky Mount. Here's a heat pump with a propane gas furnace for emergency heat or backup. As you can see here, it has a real nice patio on the back. Good sized backyard. And here's these retaining walls and extensive landscaping that I mentioned initially when looking at this. This is a very nice brick home on Mountain Avenue. It's been well maintained. Be glad to give you more details about this property off of South Main.
So we're going to step out here to the city of Roanoke, and this is Benbrook Circle. It's a property that came on the market and went under contract fairly quickly, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 2,000 square feet. As I mentioned, it is in the city of Roanoke. So here we are. I'll share with you, step inside, here's the living room area. And a nice little den area as well. Kitchen, dining area. I mentioned 4 bedrooms and 2 full baths. Here's one of the bedrooms. Bathroom number 1. Bedroom number 2. You see all the hardwood flooring here throughout the home. Bedroom number 3. Of course, bathroom number 2. Get a chance to see, again, hardwood floors kind of run throughout this home. We're going to step downstairs to the lower level, a family room, masonry fireplace there. Lower level as well as partially unfinished that you can see there. Here's a shot of the back side of the home. So it's on 0.3 acres here. A nice Patio here off the back side of the home. It's a detached two-car garage, a 24 by 26 detached garage. Nice large garage there. 0.3 acres. This was Benbrook Circle with a Roanoke address in the city of Roanoke.
Come back to Rocky Mount for a commercial listing on Franklin Street, on the corner of Franklin Street and Diamond Avenue. A lot of viewers will probably recognize this as Arrington Flowers. They've been there for quite a few years. They used to be uptown near the courthouse, but they've been in this particular location, I believe, for 40 plus years. It's a retail business, zone commercial business district. And our company's been fortunate to sell quite a few properties on Franklin Street. The Granary, which is now Crown Studio, the J&J Fashions building. This is another one our company obviously has. I think what sets this one apart a little bit, in my opinion, is the ample parking. To the right, there's 7 parking spaces. There's at least 13 to the left. So you have ample parking, really good location there on the corner of Franklin and Diamond Avenue. Over 3,500 square feet, of course, all on one floor. Here's the view on the side where I mentioned there's 7 parking spaces. You can drive into the right of the building for more parking. There's very tall ceilings, so there's some drop ceilings in there, but for argument's sake, if you wanted very tall ceilings for whatever reason, or you have that opportunity, of course you're on public water and sewer, has a Lennox oil furnace to heat and cool it, has 2 walk-in coolers. There's a metal roof on the right side in 2017. I'm sorry, a rubber roof and a metal roof on the rest of the building. So we get a lot of activity for it. It shows very well, all on one level, ample parking. And we'll be glad to meet you or give you more details for this property at 190 Franklin Street, again, zone CBD.
So we're going to take a little time here, Bob, and talk about some commercial properties. And this is one here on Virgil Goode Highway, 6.84 acres. Got to, I mean, you can't, if you were drawing up a better location, I don't know how you could do that. This is located right across from the Summit View Business Park. If you're headed from Rocky Mount, headed back towards Roanoke on 220, you would pass the intersection there, Wirtz Road and 220 through the stoplight, continuing north, and this property is going to be on your right out there. This is currently being a cabinet shop, obviously, but it's a 41 by 80 brick building that you see there, 6.84 acres. You've got a little over almost 700 feet of road frontage there on 220, as well as additional road frontage here on Link Street that I'll share with you if you get a chance to see that in a minute. Bob mentioned parking, and lots of parking here on Virgil Goode Highway. We step inside, it's pretty much wide open on the inside. You can decorate it however you need, whatever your interests may be, but lots of opportunity here. There are bathrooms in the back. I'll give you a chance here to show you some more of that road frontage. This is on 220. Of course, this is the road frontage on Link Street that I was talking about there, but you turn off of 220 onto Link Street and then turn into this parking lot. So again, from the standpoint of the ability to get in and out, regardless of the size of the vehicle, you've certainly got plenty of opportunity and way to do that here with this property here on Virgil Goode Highway. We're going to let that kind of wrap this one up, but I'd love to show it to you if you've got an interest.
Another commercial property is this one's zone B2 on Old Franklin Turnpike in Glade Hill, high traffic area. Fronts both Old Franklin Turnpike and Ayers Road, similar to the Arrington Flowers building we showed you previously. It fronts Franklin Street and Diamond Avenue. Lots of parking here as well. Lots of 3 separate entrances already in place. In my opinion, room to expand if you needed to increase the size of this building, which is 3,600 square feet. Mostly all open, not a lot of demolition work if you didn't like the current layout. Has tall ceilings. Double doors there to the right off the deck. Also a loading dock off that door at the far end of this room, which, as you can see, it's mostly, excuse me, an open building. Great location, high traffic count going to Union Hall and Glade Hill, Pinhook towards the lake. Really good lot as well, so I'll be glad to give you more details for this business. $325 is the price, Zone B2 on Old Franklin Turnpike. Good road frontage, nice covered front porch. There was a seamed metal roof put on in 2018.
So we're going to stay with the commercial properties, the commercial listings we have, and this was one on Old Franklin Turnpike, just right outside of the little town of Redwood there, headed east on 40, out of the town of Rocky Mount. This property would be roughly about 3.5 miles out of the town of Rocky Mount. 1.5 acres. It's currently operating as a car lot, a used car lot, but certainly tons of opportunity here to do with whatever you might need. 600, a little over 600 feet of road frontage there on Old Franklin Turnpike. Lots of traffic. Bob talked about the traffic count there. There's certainly a large traffic count here traveling by. See this building, the building to your right that you see there has been totally updated with new wiring. It's new metal roof on both buildings there, as well as heating, AC. Look at water heater, new windows, lots of updates here from that standpoint. This property is a little bit unique in that not only is it selling the property, but they're also willing to sell the business as well. And so something, if you're interested, we'd love to talk with you about, sit down and talk about inventory and those kind of things on a case-by-case basis. But this is 1.5 acres here on Old Franklin Turnpike. You did see the garage on the upper level. It does have an additional 2-door garage there on the lower level, as well as a deck off the back side of the home property. Mentioned that long road frontage here on Old Franklin Turnpike. Get a chance to see that here. Plenty of parking space. Maybe you need some storage area. This would be a great place to do that. We step inside the building there. You get a chance to see the office area. As well, there is a full bathroom and a kitchen area. You can see the kitchen area here. Of course, the full bathroom here. But that's inside this building that you see here, the office area. This is Old Franklin Turnpike with a Rocky Mount address. We just outside of 40, just outside of Rocky Mount to the east side of town. We're gonna come back to the town of Rocky Mount and talk about Manor Street here. This is 0.23 acres. You got a little over 2,450 square feet on the inside of this building, but great opportunity for a new business. Certainly a great location. This is right behind the post office, which, from my standpoint, you think about the things that are going on in Rocky Mount with the harvester. You think about the things that are going on at the farmer's market. Lots and lots of opportunity to put yourself right in the middle of all of those happenings there. Building is ready to be finished out. We'll show you the inside. Large timbered floor, but the interior of the property is just pretty much wide open. I mean, you can make it whatever you'd like. It does have kind of a rustic feel when you step inside, but certainly lots of opportunity here to decorate and create whatever you see fit. It does have a bathroom there you see to the left, the picture. It is plumbed and ready. That is operating and functioning. Large 200 amp service, as well as heating and air here. So all that's ready to go. Good to go. The exterior is metal. So as far as low maintenance, it's going to be hard to find something where you would not have much less maintenance than what you see here with the metal roof and metal siding. Do have 0.23 acres, so you do have opportunity to park. Patrons, whoever might be visiting, plenty of room to get in and get out. This is Manor Street in downtown Rocky Mount.
Next, we'll travel very close to Philpott Lake for this 17.5 acre parcel. Very close to the intersection of Henry Road and where you turn to go to Salt House Branch. think it's a couple miles down the road. Then you go down Mark's Path. I walked all this property with the owners last week. There's several creeks. There's certainly timber value. There's a path all the way. It's a big circle. Opportunity for many, private building site choices. Of course, I think it's a big deal to be this close to Philpott Lake. You get 17 acres, have extreme privacy, and just roughly 3 miles, you're at the lake. It's mostly wooded. Several creeks on the property. Trying to get several pictures of those. Good timber value, in my opinion, as well. Very private setting on Mark's Path. Again, that's in Henry.
So we're going to jump from the new listing there Bob had in Henry to a new listing here, and it's in Rocky Mount, but it's on Callaway Road, 53.75 acres here. Roughly about 20 acres of that is open currently in hay production. It certainly could be put into crops if you're interested in that. There's also 7 acres of planted pines that were planted in the early 90s, which, in my opinion, again, they're ready to be harvested. It won't be long at all from that standpoint. But as far as views go, if you travel the Callaway Road much, this part of the world is about as picturesque as we're going to find. And here we've got 53.76 acres here with a ton of potential. It's over, trying to remember, I want to say it's a little over 700 feet here of road frontage on Callaway Road. So several great building sites, several springs, several streams on the property, as well as pond sites. Just lots and lots of opportunity here if you're looking for a place to build your dream home. I couldn't think of a better place to do that here than on Callaway Road, the Rocky Mount address.
On Sontag Road, roughly a mile off 220, is where you'll find this 1+ acre parcel. It is unzoned with no restrictions. So if you're looking for something close to Rocky Mount, really close to the recreation park, this would be a good choice for you to consider. Again, roughly a mile down from 220. That's where you'll find this property on the left. We'll be glad to give you more details and help show to you the best that we can. Again, unzoned 1 acre parcel. Next we'll travel down to the Snow Creek Road with a Pinhook address. So if you go down to Pinhook on 40 at Carl's Restaurant, the property's, take a right there, and then the property will be on your right. 5 acres, it's zoned A1. You have almost 600 feet of state road frontage, so you have an opportunity there for some subdividing of this. We're glad to give you more details for this property as well. Very close to Smith Mountain Lake, yet 5+ acres.
So we'll go to Bondbrook Mill. This is several lots here that we'd like to share with you. Bondbrook Mill Road. You got 0.95 acres, but when you think about location, you're right there. You're sitting between Rocky Mount and Roanoke. You're not far from being able to jump on 220 and get whichever way you need to go. We do have cable internet available there, ready to go, underground electric service there, so all that's, everything's, this is when it comes to finding lots that are ready to go, this one here happens to be cleared and open, so there's not be very minimal of grading, getting things ready to go with the building site. We've got several lots. I think this is lot 1 at 0.95 acres on Bondbrook Mill. This is lot 2, that's 0.85. And then we've got lot 4 with 0.86. And we've got lot 5 with 0.86. Lot 6 with 0.9 acres. And then lot 7 with 1 acre here. But 6 really nice building lots here on Bondbrook Mill Road with a Wirtz address. What a great opportunity here if you're interested in building a home. Give these a look.
Looks like we're right out of time for this week's show. This 5-bedroom, 2-bath home on East Church Street will feature next week. Thanks very much for watching Mountain and Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12.